I had moved some wiring connections down so we could get to them while the engine was out. And at some point through this process, they moved their way back up. I don't know if the engine coming out is a good option, or like cutting half my arm off to be able to reach up there is a good option.
We're gonna put it in first gear. Let's see what happens. Clutch in, first gear. Why is the reverse light coming on? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's vlog is going to be kind of a big deal because we are finally cracking into the Lotus clutch. So we actually got a clutch in from a sponsor that I will tell you guys about later in the vlog. So we're super excited to reveal that and really get digging into the Lotus. I'm not going to show every turn of a bolt and knob and everything else. I'm going to try to keep it you know, interesting and fun, but we are... The whole team is super excited to get started on this. Andrew has already dug into it a bit. He said that it's quite a ways apart. So let's go see what's done. Andrew, you said that you dug into it a little bit. This is a lot of it, I feel like.
Yeah, last night I wanted to just get like a good start, and then stuff was just coming apart, and then things got out of hand, and we ended up about here. So for any of you guys, I mean, obviously the back end is all one piece. Where is that actually? It's in its other barn.
Oh, other barn. Okay, all right. Well, maybe we'll go check that out later. But I tell you what, seeing the guts of this thing and really, you know, getting into the whole back end here is torn out because there are some bolts and whatnot that I was told were coming through there. Super impressed. And again, I'm not going to show every nut and bolt turn, but I think we'll kind of do it in phases, so there might be some jumping around. So well, here we are in the barn. We've got the entire back end off. I tell you, it is bizarre seeing this not on a car and seeing this large a piece not on a car. So I talked about this earlier. This is a clutch that we got from X Clutch, so super excited to unbox this. Big shout out to X Clutch. They really hooked us up. So this is a stage 1 clutch, and I've seen some pictures of these. These are gorgeous, not that anybody's ever going to see one. However, look at this. So guys, again, big shout out to X Clutch USA. Steve really helped us get hooked up. Ooh, we might have to throw one of these on the car somewhere. Wow, they really did a lot with the packaging. Fantastic. Nuts and bolts. Let's see. Oh, beautiful. And that goes right along with the wrap. Purple on the wrap, only fitting that we have purple on the clutch. Look how beautiful this thing is. Awesome. So, super excited to get that installed. Let's get to it. All right, for you guys that have been around a while, you know obviously that we did some work out here and had some issues with the AC after the accident. So AC lines run down through here all the way to the back. We had filled it up at one point off camera, and when we disconnected these coolant lines, or I'm sorry, the AC lines here just now, there was absolutely nothing that came out of them. So there's definitely a hole somewhere along that line.
All right, so you're gonna turn, more than even pull back, you're just gonna pull straight that way.
Yep. A little bit of disc sitting there, huh? How'd that happen?
Just get rid of that. Get rid of the joint.
You just want to
put that back in here. I just don't want that because it was just falling off. I'll lay right down on that.
Beautiful. Is that official Lotus technique that you're using there?
Yeah, we went to class, remember? And for people like us that can't remember anything, they put it right down there.
I'm really excited to see the difference in this versus stock. And it's only fitting that it is purple to match the lovely purple side. Over there you have our consummate helper in the garage. So one thing I didn't show is the state of the old clutch. This one, as you guys can tell, has absolutely nothing left. There should be ridges here. There should be lines between each of the individual pads. That's non-existent. You can't even see remnants of where the lines were. So we were grinding right up against this. It was definitely time to change this out, and we couldn't be happier than to put an X-clutch clutch in the Lotus. All right, guys, so jumping ahead a week, I told you we'd be jumping around a little bit. Obviously, the engine is back in, and that's where we left off. Now it's just a matter of tying everything back up. All the hoses need to go, or all the lines need to go back in their place. The electrical or the wiring harness needs to be completely shoved back into the car, and then we can throw the back end back on and hopefully finish up the project here. It won't be today, maybe tomorrow. I guess for you guys it's gonna be a couple seconds. We're gonna do a startup, cross our fingers that we didn't forget any connections or hoses or lines or anything. We'll see.
Just note, he said we forgot. That way when it ends up being my problem, we forgot. It wasn't me that forgot, we forgot.
All right, fess up. What do we,
Well, now I'm stuck.
what are our options?
So there was a time when I had moved some wiring connections down so we could get to them while the engine was out. And at some point through this process, they moved their way back up. I don't know if the engine coming out is a good option, or like cutting half my arm off to be able to reach up there is a good option. But I think we'll try cutting my arm off first, and then if we need to, we'll pull the engine out.
The reasonable choice.
Makes much more sense if you ask me.
Did we save ourselves from?
I have some torn skin.
Oh,
But other than that, the engine's still in.
oh,
And we found what we were after, so.
poor child. All right, so we've got what we needed. Was there a connector that was just hanging, or what was going on?
This guy was, he was up there. Supposed to be down here. Throw some exhaust in and then go back up top and keep connecting stuff.
So no engine pulling today, huh?
Not yet, anyway. We haven't started it, put fluids in it. There's still a lot of opportunity to pull the engine back out.
So I haven't introduced you guys yet, but you may have seen them in the background. This entire time to keep us company, you guys know, oh, you're just gonna scatter, oh, okay. This entire time, we have a couple of garage cats. This is Rabbit. I'm assuming because of tail situation there. He was born like that, that's what I'm told. But Rabbit is a total friendly boy. And then we've got this little spunky guy. Must be, I'm guessing, I don't know, a month and a half old, if that. But this one, I swear, is a little schizophrenic cat because just chases things that aren't there, hisses at things that aren't there. Friendliest little thing, but what a spaz. Will literally pull chunks of food out and just start to chase them around because why not? So they've been a delight to have around and a good break from this situation.
I don't think you named the second one, though.
This is Butter. And then there's a third one that we literally actually for the now 3 days for you, 2 days that I've been working or helping out with this project. I just not half an hour ago caught the tiniest glimpse of that cat somewhere over in that area. So suffice it to say, not interested in human or cat interaction. This guy right here, get out of there. Come on. Let's. You can't sit on the bolts. Oh my God. Round 4 or 5. Come on. Get moving. Yeah, meow. You know better. All right, day 4 officially. Airbox is back on. Got all the hoses in. Everything's pretty much hooked and wired back up with the exception of this that goes into this massive piece. So this we're now going to pop onto the back. We're thinking what, 2, maybe 3 hours of work? I was about to say cross your thumbs.
Yeah, I mean, probably, yeah, we'll be driving it to lunch for sure. It's 9 o'clock right now, we'll be driving it to lunch.
Sweet. No. Still no. Okay. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Excuse me. You're not supposed to stand on other people's supercars. Come on. Excuse me. No. You just scratch the paint.
Hey, look over here.
Again? This guy, come on. Let's go. Oh my God, you're fat. Dude. Come on.
No, look.
Just chilling. All right, you know what? We don't need that piece for a minute, so I realized the only updates that we've had in a little while have been the tallies on the cat removal. Give up. Give up. You know what it. Well, you know what's up. Get on. Get on. Honestly, I swear I have been working between removing the cat. The interior is getting put back together. We've got the sides on, pain in the butt. We need to put a piece that goes sort of around the back window here, the back wall as well. And then the part that I'm dreading, actually it doesn't make sense for me to work on it next, but the part that I'm dreading, honestly, is this net that stretches all the way across, because it hooks behind this wall here, and there's not any kind of room to maneuver it or get out those brackets or put the Allen in it to get it out. So it was a pain to get out. It's going to be more of a pain to put it in. I am enjoying this. So everything's hooked back up. Got electrical.
I think it'll start.
Well, that's no good. All right, round 2. Key has a new battery in it, so we're thinking that was it. Clutch in, moment of truth. We're in neutral. There we go. Let's do a couple of lockouts here. So we've kind of run into our next issue. We're just going through sort of, I don't know, startup procedures, if you will. So we're gonna put it in to reverse would be pulling this up and then pulling it over and putting it in reverse. We're gonna put it in first gear. Let's see what happens. Clutch in, first gear. Why is the reverse light coming on? I think we need to change something with the shifter. That's not good. All right, as you guys can tell, our energy levels are down. It's been at least 2 hours that we've been trying to fuss with the shifter at this point. We've probably got to pull the back off again to get at the shifter linkage in there, adjust whatever needs to be adjusted or switched or flipped or whatever's going on. So the issue obviously is still that going into first, which first on the shifter is putting it in reverse. So probably have to undo a whole bunch of the work that we did. Because it was a pain to get at the shifter even when everything was off, so it's going to be a struggle to get back to that point. This is week 3 now. Officially, we've got the back end off again. We are in here dinking with the shifter. We think that the bracket for the cable that controls left to right motion in the shifter was put on, like there's an upper bracket and a lower bracket. The lower bracket was maybe put on backwards, so we're experimenting with that there, and we're about ready to give it another test and go through things, see how it goes. So fingers crossed. All right, everything is back in place. Andrew's in the car. We are going to start her up and see where we're at. Sounds good. 30 and 6th gear. Woo! Slow down there.
And it's in reverse. Camera's on.
Yes, it is in reverse.
I mean, the camera's not hooked up, but the camera's trying to be on.
Sweet. I think we're good to button her back up. But we've established at this point I'm not the guy that knows things, so. Do you think we're good to hook her back up and
Well, I think we've established I don't know things because I put the bracket on backwards. So.
Okay. Well, I didn't admit that you were the one.
We have a 6-speed Lotus with reverse again rather than a 4-speed Lotus with reverse, so I think we're gonna put it back together and go for a rip.
Perfect. All right, guys, she is buttoned back up. You can see the hood is on, or the trunk lid, I guess. The bonnet. We'll say the bonnet for Lotus people. for English people. So the last thing we have, we've got a bolt back there, this one here to cinch up the body line here. Then the wheel liners going back in, the wheels are being popped on, and I think that's about it. We've already got the diffuser on, as well as the tray underneath. So we're getting very close to getting this done, and I think he and I are both definitely ready to be done with the whole project and get it back out on the road. Well, we safely got reverse. All right, so Andrew, what needs to, I mean, you and I have talked about this, but what needs to happen now that the new clutch is in?
Not the usual of what we do to these things. Needs a nice city driving, just running through the gears, not doing burnouts, not launching, not beating on it.
You're saying don't give it to
Or probably you.
I resemble that remark. How dare you? So, we're at 32,130. It's approximately where we started. So, about 1,000 miles, ideally, to put on it before we can really break it in. And I think we're going to try to achieve some of that over the next week or two. We should be able to knock out 1,000 miles.
It's not that hard to drive.
I was about to say, it's going to be a real chore, I'll tell you what. Actually, given that the AC is out, this is the perfect time of year for this car. Still something that's on the list to take care of. Definitely needs to be done. All right, that wraps up this vlog. Again, big thank you to X Clutch. They really hooked us up. The clutch is amazing. I am really excited. At 1,000 miles, we'll really know what it can do. But for right now, install was, honestly, for a clutch, was pretty seamless. The shifter issue aside, it was pretty seamless. Yeah, thank you again, X Clutch. Guys, again, that wraps it up for this one. Drop us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.